So there's Richard Harriet, and I see Michael Noonan, and I see Elizabeth Ross. So these are
Seems like the Hollywood Squares.
I won't vote you off or turn your light off.
I just want to say, I want to be Paul Lind.
Oh.
Yes. I want to be Rich Little.
Oh, behave.
Paul Lind.
Well, welcome to the Music Makers Chat number 1. I'm hoping to make this a series of a variety of genres of music, not just classical, talking about people who make music and who bring it to life. So we're recording this. Our first question. So for composers, I would like to know, composing for instruments that you might not know very much about or nothing at all, how do you manage that?
Betsy, you go first.
Okay, I will, because I'm composing for harp, and that's really it's a totally different way of writing music, because you have to worry about the pedals. You have to worry about what they can play in the first place. So I spent like all day going on YouTube, and also the harpist Angela Schwarzkopf. She has a really good PowerPoint presentation on writing for harp, and I've written to her, and so now I have the pedals. She says, give me the pedal diagram for the beginning of the piece and for major changes, and then the rest of it you just say, okay, F goes to F sharp. And that's another thing, harp is enharmonic, so it could be an F sharp or it could be a G flat. It depends on what you've already got there. So it gets very, very confusing, and you've got to think, now, does she have enough time to move her pedals? I was talking last night in the rehearsal to the second level player in Orchestra Toronto, Lois, and she had played a Wagner. I don't know if it's an opera or what, but there were like 4 or 5 harpists there. And she said when there was one of the changes, she says, all you heard was the harpist changing their pedals. So pedaling is a huge thing for the harps. And also the number of special effects that they have is wonderful. I can't wait for this piece that we're going to be doing, the soundscape that I need for it, Northern Lights, all kinds of things that the harp can do. And she and I are going to have a Zoom meeting, and she's going to show me the things. She already showed me the things on the PowerPoint, but now I can ask her questions directly. So yeah, it's a little different writing for an instrument you don't know anything about.
Writing that was a little bit easier because I knew a lot of the players. The first time I wrote for Orchestra Toronto, I didn't know anybody. I had heard about the orchestra and heard about the quality of the playing and everything else, and so wrote accordingly with a Newfie bullet. And then, of course, the second concerto, the rock concerto, was a lot easier to write because I knew the players very well, and I knew what to expect. I mean, what they did with the Newfie bullet was fantastic, but I think the rock concerto, in some ways, the orchestration for me was probably more successful because it felt more personal. And for me, I like to write not just for the instrument, but especially for the person behind it. You know, this is something that because I mean, you know, this is what happens. You get asked to write something, or you write something for somebody because you're writing something. It's a flute player, or like you, Jay, or I'm writing for you thing, something, or things I wrote for Liz or whatever. You're writing for the person and not just the instrument. That's my initial thought.